Hello YouTube and welcome to another tutorial by Creative Tuts. Today we'll be looking at how to create a nice 3D text along with this nice glowing effect that wraps around the text on a reflective background. And basically you don't need anything, like any extras. This is all within Photoshop. So let's get started. Okay, so first off, create a new file. Make sure that the width is 900 by 520 and resolution 96. Of course you can make any resolution size, any width size, whatever you want to make. Make sure that the width is bigger. Okay, so now that we've got our new stage, I'm going to bring up the layers by shortcut F7. I'm just going to turn the background black by using the paint bucket. Create a new layer above, and I'm just going to go ahead and write in our text. I'm going to use white text for the time being. And my font is Kartika, but you can use anything you want. I'm going to use Arial for this example. Actually, you can use any. Actually, I'm going to go with Arial because my last example was actually Kartika, but you won't actually have that installed. But that's okay. Basically, you just want to make sure you've got some nice fix. I believe it works a little bit better with thicker text, quite bold text, but that's totally up to you what you want to do. So basically, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a little bit of typography here. I'm going to make the text a little bit bigger. You can change the layout of the text when it's all as one by selecting your font box or character box with all the settings. And this little box here, it basically moves the text up and down, so you can change the space between the next line. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that size there. I'm going to make this size a little bit bigger, like so. Okay. And obviously on the new CS3, I believe it's on this, I've only just noticed this feature, but obviously if you roll over the actual icon next to the font size or any other setting for that, you can actually click and drag and make the text bigger and smaller. So that's a really nice little feature there that I've only just noticed. So okay, so we've got our text, and we're going to bring our layers back up, and we're going to just colour our text. So basically, actually first I want to just change the colour of this text, and let's go for blue this time. Before I've just shown you how to do pink. So we've got our blue there, and we're going to go ahead and duplicate this. So I'm going to press Ctrl J while I have my text layer selected, and I'm going to grab the layer just below that, and I'm also going to just shift that. I'm going to hold the shift key and just press one of the arrow keys. I'm going to go to the right hand side, and then I'm going to right click that, and I'm going to go to blending options. Okay, so now we're in blending options for the bottom layer text. I'm going to select inner shadow. Actually, inner shadow will be fine, and basically untick global light, and basically we want to change the angle to be pointing away or towards the next text layer, and then I'm going to move the size up a little bit. Okay, so basically what you're getting is this nice even amount of shadow that's actually making it stand out. Not too much so that way you're totally soaking the background text in like complete shadow, but enough so that way it's apparent in some areas but not others. So it just looks like there's light hitting it. Okay, I'm just going to slightly adjust that a little bit more. And okay, so I'm happy with that. So now that we've got our background text, you can see it's already got a nice like 3D effect going on. If we were to take that out, you can see the difference. Also, if I were to move the background layer, you can see that it gives quite a cheap but nice looking text effect of 3Dness. So now that we've got that, we're also going to just make these two layers into a folder. So we're going to create a folder above, and we're going to call this just text original. Okay, and then we're going to just move them both up. Okay. So now that we've got our text original folder, what we're going to do next is create a reflection. So I'm going to select background, create a new layer, so it creates a new layer just above that. I'm going to select a slightly grey colour, and then we're going to select a gradient tool, and then we're going to, I was going to say, I can use this tool right here, which is the reflected gradient, and then basically I select on the bottom layer of the text, and then I just drag up, hold shift so that way it clips to angles that are straight, horizontal, diagonally and vertically. Then I can let go. I don't like this that much because it's quite sharp. What I do actually prefer to do is use the selection tool, and then using a gradient, and the first gradient, drag down like so, select out, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then like so. That's just my preference, but you know, you can do it many ways, any way that you want to do. So now that we have our text, we have our background shadow, we're going to also duplicate, actually now that we like our text the way it is, we're going to rasterize both the layers. Okay, and then we're going to press Ctrl E on the top one to collapse them. Oh, actually, one second. I find the best trick to keep layer styles, but also rasterize both of them, is to create a layer below both of them. Grab the one just above the empty layer and press Ctrl E, and then work up to the next one and press Ctrl E, so they're all on one single layer. Okay, this is quite a nice, helpful little tip. Okay, so next what we want to do is give it a bit of a glow. That nice little effect that we had before. So we're going to select the colour white. We're going to create a new layer above layer 2 in the text original folder, like so, layer 3. We're going to select a brush size. Okay, so we're going to select our brush, we're going to right click, and then we're going to go to this little button here, and then we're going to select assorted brushes. Click OK. And then we're going to select brush number 28. Now this should come with Photoshop anyway. Okay, so I'm going to select the brush size to be 35. Okay, I'm going to press enter, and then I am going to select the actual pen tool, come up here and make sure that you have paths selected. Okay, it needs to be paths. One more thing, also I'm going to go to brushes again, and this little box right here, it will be the brushes palette, and then basically this applies little different filters and effects to your brush that you're using. Click brush tip shape and move spacing to 1%, and then you're going to need to select shape dynamics, and as you can see it kind of gives the tips nice, it brings it like quite close. Okay, now that you have the brush set out, also if you want, just set enable airbrush capabilities. That's also for future wise, if you're using a tablet, that will also work on the pen.